on here. So I just want to get the right number, make sure we're clear. So hopefully you had a good day right here, and you all set to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. All right. And so we're going to get you on here. And, of course, once again, we are recording this interview. We're going to play back at a later date. We'll send you a copy afterwards. You can pass on to family and friends and social media. And also we'll let you know in the email when the interview will air. So just want to let you know it's not going to be out right away. It's going to be recorded, and I'll send it to you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds great.
Sounds great, okay? All right, here we go. Crow Gibson in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all you need. Looking for a professional website without breaking a budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and listen to the Mike Wagner Show on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can also watch the Mike Wagner Show on YouTube as well. We're here with a very fine indie filmmaker, actress, scriptwriter, and has been involved in a number of film fests. She's out of Dallas, Texas, going from the Army over to civilian life. She's also made quite a few films, and one of them making a very big impact that is speaking out about the latest, what is happening with many military personnel, which has happened in war, and we're going to talk about that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Dallas, Texas, a very, very fine filmmaker who's won quite numerous awards with her award-winning films, and we're going to bring on, ladies and gentlemen, Crow Gibson. Crow, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. And you've been an indie filmmaker, scriptwriter, and you've been involved in a number of film fests. You've been actress in quite a few, and you served in the Army for quite some time, and you also got into filmmaking, and you also wanted to bring attention to something that has been affecting a lot of Army personnel. So first of all, before we get into that, tell us how you got started in filmmaking.
I've been a huge fan of films ever since I was a kid, and just absolutely love the stories and how they come to life through films and movies, and how they bring it together in such a visual and impactful way. And so I really just wanted to write stories for as long as I can remember, and I found a lot of things to write about, which were personally important to me, and I felt like I could make a difference through my writing and bring attention to issues that were problematic for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what were some of your favorite films and actors that you enjoyed watching and growing up watching?
I've always loved any type of war film, and I always thought they did a great job of bringing light to those stories and getting the stories out there and telling about people's heroism and just their selfless acts. And I also loved watching actors like I grew up watching Russell Crowe and actors similar to him, and watching, of course, the classics like Gladiator and Robin Hood and King Arthur and all of those kind of movies. I always had a special love for those kind of films as well.
And also, when it comes to directors and everything else, what do you think about some of the Ridley Scott films like Black Hawk Down? And there was also another one, I'm trying to remember who directed it, was Platoon, but what do you think about some of those war films?
Oh, they were incredible. I thought the way that they brought those stories to life and the way that they showed you bits and pieces of all of the characters and just the character development and the stories overall were just fantastic. And another great one that I can think of is The Hurt Locker, and it was an incredible film, just in every aspect, from cinematography to directing to the writing and the acting. It was just an incredible film, and I thought it showcased a lot of different issues. And also films like American Sniper and Thank You for Your Service were also just amazing films.
Yeah, that was one of the finer films as well, too, with American Sniper and Thank You for Your Service. And maybe you can just tell us about the film Thank You for Your Service for those who are not familiar.
So I got a chance to go to a Q&A where the director was present, and then they had Miles Teller there as well, and they also had the actual soldier who inspired the story. And it was based on, kind of his life and true events. And it was really incredible getting a chance to be in a Q&A with those gentlemen and kind of getting their perspective. And I thought it was great that the director took such pride in bringing the story to life and keeping it true to the actual events that occurred. And I just thought it did a really great job of showcasing what a struggle PTSD can be for people and how hard it is for military personnel to transition from, getting out of the military, coming back to the civilian world.
And, of course, that's a thing you've been wanting to make light of as well, too. We're going to get to that. But first of all, tell us how you got involved with the Army and the Armed Forces as well.
My grandfather was in the Army Air Corps, and many members of my family have served in the military. And I always felt, even from a very young age, probably from the date that I remember the most is 1995. And really, I was little when the Oklahoma City bombing occurred, and I just really, I don't know, I always felt a real sense of duty and purpose and wanting to help people and wanting to be involved in the military, and I was just always drawn that direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also as well, too, and in terms of, being in the military, of course, you went out there, signed up and everything, and you worked through the ranks. And what did you end up being, I'm just trying to put it this way, when you were discharged from the Army, what was the highest rank that you accomplished, and what were your duties?
Well, I served as a combat medic in the Army, and, I don't have a really awesome rank to talk about or anything like that. I was honorably discharged, and I was a private first class when I was discharged, but I got out because I was injured, and so I'm a disabled veteran, and so I got out before my time in service was up because my injuries prevented me from being able to finish my tour, unfortunately. But so I don't have a great rank structure to really talk about.
And how long were you in the Army when you first started, and how long were you in it?
So I was in for 2 years before I got hurt.
Okay.
So not an enormous amount of time, but definitely long enough to see all the issues that are kind of really prevalent for both people still in the military and then those that have gotten out as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, too, what were some of the things you have witnessed as well, too? Like, just some kind of the stories that you've had in your 2 years, yourself, being injured and everything. And what are some of life-saving experiences that you've had as well in the Army?
Well, I always wanted to join up. I actually looked at a couple other I actually looked at the Marine Corps first before I joined the Army, but they have corpsmen instead of medic, and they're through the Navy, and female corpsmen never really get a chance to go out on the line with the guys, and that's what I absolutely did not want. Like, I wanted to make a difference and be right there with those guys because I felt like that's where I could do the most good. And so I eventually wound up at the Army because that was the only place I could really choose the field that I wanted to go into, and I didn't want to do anything other than that.
Mm-hmm.
and I did some clinicals in the burn unit at the Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio during my time there, and also had some experience with some other field hospitals and whatnot as well. And the injuries that people are sustaining in today's modern warfare is just so extreme that, people are coming back without, they're missing limbs and all kinds of things. And I really want to help veterans and our service members as much as possible. And that's also part of what I'm trying to do with my filmmaking, not only to bring light to these important issues, but also to raise money for charities which benefit veterans and their families to help them overcome the obstacles that they face.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, all right, well, that sounds pretty good. I was going to get to that part, but first of all, you listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking a budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and listen to the Mike Wagner Show at SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and also watch the interview on the Mike Wagner Show on YouTube as well. We're here with actress Crow Gibson. She's also an indie filmmaker and producer of many films and making the transition from Army life over to civilian life and making awareness of PTSD and, of course, helping the veterans. And first of all, before we get into all that, maybe explain what PTSD stands for and what it is and how people can transition from the Army over to civilian life as well.
Definitely. So PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, and it can manifest in all walks of life. It doesn't just affect military personnel. I mean, it can affect anyone who's been exposed to a traumatic event. But it is very prevalent amongst veterans and military service personnel just because of the nature of their jobs. Mm-hmm. And certainly, I think it's an issue that is starting to be a little more recognized with films like Thank You for Your Service and things of that nature. But I still feel like there's a lot that people don't know and don't understand. And I feel like that's one of the biggest hurdles that we need to get over is for people to understand what PTSD is and how they can find help, not only to make people aware of what it is, but also for those suffering with it, where they can go to get help with overcoming it.
Mm-hmm. And you also did it through films as well, too. You expressed interest in films and being in the Army as well, too, and helping people. You've also expressed it through films like Black Sheep and also Skew Blue, Phantom, and Lone Wolf. And you also won quite a number of awards as well, too, especially being nominated in the Rome Independent Prism Awards, the Independent Talents International Film Fest, the Monthly Film Fest, Olympus Film Fest, also Cinefern, Beverly Hills, Vail, Star Pros, Southern California, Golden Script, and LA Live, and just many, many others. But first of all, tell us about one of your films, including Lone Wolf, for starters.
Okay, so Lone Wolf is a Western, and it has a female lead in it, and she basically loses her farm and her family to a banker tycoon type, and he pretty much just exhibits corruption at every level, and she tries to overcome the odds and moves west out to the frontier and finds herself she finds herself looking for a way to help people, and because that's a lot of what she's driven by. So she is kind of a bounty hunter type, and she goes out and gets bad guys, but